When I feel low, I'm dizzy. And sometimes I feel weak.
Coco was diagnosed when she was 3.5 years old.
I, J, K, and then P.
Coco had the typical symptoms.
Am I good or bad?
You're high.
I do not like high.
I actually noticed the symptoms before Mark, and I remember saying, like, am I crazy? Like, she's going to the bathroom a lot. She's constantly, asking for water. And he's like, don't even say it out loud.
Certainly didn't want to believe maybe that what I was seeing could be real. I was 13 when I got diagnosed, and I felt pretty guilty. I felt like, it was on me.
My name is Bailey, and I have been living with type 1 diabetes for 18 years. I think the one thing I always wish people knew more about diabetes is it's not something I can control. It's an autoimmune, disease. It's not because I ate too much sugar. It's going to live with me until a cure happens. I'm 72, so I'm going down, so good time to finally eat.
You don't need to be scared.
It's really hard with a child this young, trying to explain, why things are the way they are. We try to be as positive about it as we can.
I mean, it's a full-time job.
Okay, that's 2 cards.
We are her pancreas.
I'm hungry.
One of the hardest parts is trusting other people, that they're going to be looking at her numbers as much as we look at them. If she has a low and we're not around, they're gonna treat it really quickly.
Can we play peekaboo?
My endocrinologist works very closely with the Diabetes Research Institute. I credit a lot to her because she gave me the knowledge, the education of what needs to happen for me to go and have a healthy pregnancy.
I want to see what mommy's belly.
I worried so much about passing this on to Jacob. When you first get pregnant, you read the book, What to Expect When You're Expecting. I read a lot of books about type 1 diabetes and pregnancy.
This is called a sugar pixel.
The technology is amazing, but it's just not perfect.
It hurts when I do the robot changes and the pump changing. I don't want to have diabetes anymore.
Going through this, my body takes a beating, and I worry all the time. I fear that he won't have a mom, and hopefully, one day that's not the issue, but a cure would really alleviate a lot of fear that I have.
When you have diabetes, you are more at risk for everything under the sun. She was diagnosed so young, I just really want her to live a healthy life, and I don't know, I worry about it for both of them. Just the long-term effects.
I don't worry about me anymore. I worry about her. So for me, a cure would mean she can be a kid. If you're a scientist and you're a researcher, you're a doctor, you're out there and you're trying to find a way to get to a cure, don't stop. We've come a long way, but we're not there yet.
We are very hopeful here at the DRI because of the very exciting research that's going on. We are doing everything we can in our capability to provide a cure for type 1 diabetes in the fastest and the most efficient way possible.
Diabetes is a daily battle for millions of people around the world. It's a constant concern for parents who have children with diabetes and a daily challenge for those who live with it. Despite the difficulties, they persevere, driven by love and hope. Their stories remind us of the urgent need for a cure and the importance of supporting diabetes research. Every step closer to finding a cure brings us closer to a diabetes-free life. And every effort to support this research is a step towards a brighter future.